Hey everyone, if you're a student, you know the pressure all too well, right? Picking a major, figuring out what skill to learn next, deciding between a job or more school. I mean, these choices feel absolutely huge, because they are. And it's really tough trying to figure it all out by yourself.
And you've probably been there. You've got two, maybe even three really solid paths right in front of you. Either one could be great, but instead of feeling excited, you just feel frozen. It's classic analysis paralysis, and it happens to all of us when the stakes feel this high. When you're just spinning your wheels, it's so easy to get lost in this fog of what ifs and overthinking everything. All that confusion, it just leads to more stress. And honestly, sometimes it leads to making a choice that isn't really the right one for you. But what if there was a better way to think through it all? Okay, so let's talk about a different approach. It all starts with changing how you think about AI. Forget seeing it as some kind of magic 8-ball that's just supposed to give you the one right answer. Instead, let's start treating it like a structured, logical thinking partner, something that can help you see all your options with total clarity. So what do I mean by AI decision-making? Well, it's pretty simple, really. It's just using tools you already know, like ChatGPT, to systematically break down your choices. It helps you organize all the pros, the cons, the risks, and the opportunities, basically turning that whole mess of thoughts in your head into a clear, structured map. All right, let's get practical. To make this work, we're going to use a really simple, repeatable 5-step system. And this isn't just some abstract theory, okay? This is a framework you can apply to pretty much any big decision you're facing, starting right now. Here's the game plan to cut through all that confusion. First, we're going to clearly define the actual problem we're trying to solve. Second, we'll let the AI do the heavy lifting and compare our options. Third, and listen up, this is the most important part, we're going to add our own personal context. Fourth, we'll ask for a recommendation based on our needs. And then finally, we take all of that and make the final call ourselves. It's a clear path from I don't know to, okay, I've got this. Okay, so theory is great, but let's see how this actually works in the real world. We're going to apply these 5 steps to a classic student dilemma, one that I'm willing to bet a lot of you have thought about. So here's our scenario for step 1, defining the problem. The choice is between learning to code, which is a super high-demand dynamic skill, and preparing for government exams, which can lead to a really stable long-term career. Both are fantastic options for sure, but they lead to very, very different futures. Now check this out, because this is step 2 in action. It's all about the prompt. We're not just asking the AI, what should I do? No way. We're giving it a specific, structured command. We're telling it to create a decision matrix. See the difference? We're asking it to be our research assistant, not our boss. And boom, this is the result. Just look at that clarity. Suddenly, it's not a jumbled mess of thoughts anymore, is it? You get this clean, side-by-side comparison. You can easily see how coding might offer a higher salary right out of the gate, while government jobs bring that incredible stability. The information is just organized and so much easier to digest. So that table's great, right? But it's just objective data. It's not your answer. And this brings us to the most important step of all. Step 3 is making it about you. The AI can tell you a government job is stable, but you have to ask yourself, how much do I personally value stability over, say, freedom or higher earning potential? The AI's data is just the raw material. Your personal goals are the filter that makes it all meaningful. Now, once you've layered in your personal context, you're ready for step 4. You can go back to the AI and say, okay, based on everything we've talked about and knowing that I value X and Y, what would you recommend? And that gives you a really smart data-informed suggestion. But you don't stop there. Step 5 is where you take back complete control. You take the AI's logical analysis, you weigh it against your own gut feeling, your intuition, and you make the final call with confidence. You see, this whole system puts the power right back in your hands. But to be a really smart user, you've got to know the best practices. And just as important, the common pitfalls. So let's quickly cover a few tips to make sure this AI thinking partner is actually working for you, not against you. All right, here's what to watch out for. First, never, ever blindly trust the AI's output without checking it. Second, always remember to add your personal context. It's the secret sauce. Third, avoid those lazy, vague questions like, what should I do? And finally, don't just think about next month. Try to consider where each path could take you in 3 or even 5 years. And if you want to take it to the next level, here are a few pro tips. Always tell the AI your ultimate goal right at the start of the prompt. Oh, and here's a cool trick. Ask it to argue for both sides. That way you get to see multiple perspectives. But always remember the golden rule you see here. The AI is your guide, but you're the boss.
So now it's over to you. That choice that's been kind of sitting in the back of your mind, causing all that stress and confusion, maybe it's time to try a new approach. So the question is, what's the first big decision you're going to clarify with your new thinking partner?
एक कदम विकसित भारत की ओर।